everybody. Welcome this afternoon to the Spirituality and Fun Expo 2022. Hopefully we'll have a 2023. So we're going to wrap things up with our last presentation of the evening, or the afternoon, it's not evening yet. And then right after Ken is finished talking, we will be doing the door prizes. Again, you have to be present in order to win the door prize. So, you notice I had a bio for everybody that came up to talk, and my phone's in my pocket because I don't need a bio for Ken because I know him so well. Ken and I met in July of 2020. As most of you know that we're here this morning, I took all three of Ken's classes from July 2020 and I finished in November of 2020. And then I took a 6-month mentorship. Through that, we've become very good friends. Ken has taught thousands of people like myself to connect to their spirit guides. As I said during my presentation, it's not a gift. It's something you learn. So today, Ken is literally going to walk you through and teach you how to connect with your spirit guides. It's going to be a little different than this morning. Same, but a little bit different. So without further ado, Mr. Ken Lewicki.
So let's give it up for Kevin. He helped a big portion of this. Give him a round of applause. All right. So, back when I started doing spirituality in 2004, it was actually, I'm not going to lie, it was really rough. I went through a period where I had no one meant to be through this. Nobody at all. And there was times when I was so depressed, and I was getting psychically attacked, and I was like, am I just making this up? Is this really happening? And then sometimes there was things that were not of the light that were like attacking me and affecting me and in a really unhealthy way. And this happened over many, many years, probably over the first 10 years. And what happened, it was so bad that I was literally like not just depressed, but almost suicidal. That's how bad it was. So then when I started to develop my own spiritual training while I was working for the government full-time and raising my daughter as a full-time single parent, I kept asking myself, if I was me, if I had someone like me in the first early days, what would I want? What would I need to learn? What would be the most impactful and useful things? How would those things at the very beginning, those early years, help me overcome the hurdles as I was going on? And it was a real struggle because like there's so many things, and one of the biggest things that people struggle with is what? Any guesses? Self-esteem and doubt, right? And so, like, am I really channeling? Is this really happening? Is what I'm feeling and noticing and experiencing real, or is it just me making it up? Anybody here relate to that? Yeah. So pretty much everyone can put up your hand because I know like that is the common theme and the thread that I've taught with the thousands of people I've taught over the years. So one of the coolest things is when I first started doing this in the early 2000s, they didn't have the technology that they have now. Now we can literally set up camera systems around, like in this room, and we can capture your spirit guides on camera. How cool is that, right? So I want you to know this because what you're about to experience is real. So your spirit guides, when you die and you cross over to the other side, you will be with your soul family. But while you're here on Earth, certain members of your soul family will help and assist you. Those are called your spirit guides. And they really do exist. They really do. And it's really cool that technology has finally been able to prove this. I don't know if you've seen it on those ghost hunter shows and all that. And the technology is still in its infancy, but over the next 5-10 years, as the technology improves, we'll be able to capture our spirit guides in even more detail, which I'm super excited because I used to be in IT for like 11 years, so I'm such an IT geeky nerd person. So I love when technology is finally catching up with spirituality and we can prove it. So what happens though is every single person channels, no matter what. Even if you don't think you channel, all the 7 billion people on this earth channel, just most people don't realize it. So what I'm going to be doing with you today is helping you be aware of what you're actually doing. And then later on in my workshops, I'll teach you how to take these skills and really advance them beyond anything you can imagine. And Kevin said, yes, I teach people to channel spirit guides, but I pretty much will teach you everything to do with channeling. So everything from how to channel your soul, past lives, your higher self, your spirit guides, other people's spirit guides, mediumship, that's loved ones, and then really, really advanced stuff like how to protect yourself, make sure you have boundaries with the spirit realm and all that stuff, that's level 2. And then I teach one of my most powerful techniques that I've developed to my students, because I like to teach you guys everything that I know, which is called medical mediumship. And that's how to scan someone and to find the root cause of what's going on with that person. Is it from lineage, ancestry? Is it from past lives? Is it from childhood? Is it one of those different aspects? Let's find the root cause, and then you can figure out what to do with it. Super, super cool. And then in level 3, what I teach people how to do is channel things like sprites, fairies, dragons, crystal divas, and angels and archangels, and even the Lord of the Akashic Records, which Natasha and Kellyanne talked about earlier. So you get to actually connect and channel super high things, like super amazing things, all the way through the different certification workshops. Any guesses as to why I really emphasize people learn to channel their spirit guides really well? Any guesses? What do you think? Because that is the most important thing, the relationship, other than yourself, of course, which they talk about self-care, which I really support a lot. We do a lot of self-care kind of stuff in the workshops. But your spirit guides are your number one go-to people, because they're going to help you with your everyday kind of life, like relationships, finances, career, soul's purpose, hobbies, things like putting on this expo, right? Like this has all been done through channeling. And that's what I teach my students how to do all this stuff through channeling, where it's an everyday part of your life. So one of my long-term goals is to normalize channeling, where people are just like, yeah, they're going around, they're living their life, they're doing their jobs, they're doing their work, they're raising their family, and they are channeling, right? Who wants to do that, right? So why not, right? We can, and I do, and I teach my students how to do this, so it's just a normal, everyday part of your life. You know who you're connecting with, which guide it is, or if it's someone else's guide, or if it's something not of the light, what to do with it. That's level 2, all that stuff. So I teach all that stuff. It's probably the most comprehensive channeling workshop in the world. And what I'm going to do today is have you connect with your guide. So who here is here this morning? Put up your hand. Okay. So those of you who put up your hand, what I'm going to invite you to do is go ahead and just be open to having another person, another spirit guide coming in. Okay, so someone different than who came in this morning. Yeah, so just be open to that. For the rest of you, who here, this is your first time seeing me, witnessing? Okay, good. What I'm going to ask you to do, invite you to do, is anything and everything you think you know about your spirit guides, guess what I'm going to ask you to do? That's right. Put it aside. Pretend like you know nothing about nothing. And guess why I do this? Because people have preconceived notions. They think they know who their guides are, and sometimes it's accurate, but sometimes it's not. But sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. So just be open to either or. It might be someone you think it is, or it might be someone totally different. Now, your spirit guides, what I've noticed over the years, is that most people's spirit guides are people they've known from past lifetimes, not from this lifetime. So it could be somebody you know from a previous lifetime. So be open to that as well. Or it could be someone you know from this lifetime. Maybe, maybe not. Okay? The biggest thing is let's just go in with no preconceived notions and just pretend like we know nothing about nothing. Sound good? Okay. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to get you to feel into your heart center. And there's a very specific reason that I do this is because a lot of us, we live in our head and we're so up this part of our body. So I'm going to get you to just breathe into your heart center, which is right here. So everyone, 3, 2, 1, nice deep breath. Okay, and then just relax, go deeper, try to calm your mind. Good. Good, feel into your body, stay in your heart center as I take you through this. So something really cool that I do with my students is I have them actually channel their spirit guides with their soul. I call it a soul-to-soul channeling, soul-to-soul connection. Okay, so remembering that your spirit guides are people like you and I, just in non-physical form. So keeping your eyes closed and just relax, breathe. Good. And trusting the answers you're getting. If there is one spirit guide physically around you right now in this room, Just go ahead and feel around, psychically feel around you. And trusting the answers you're getting, where might the spirit guide be physically around you right now? And what I'm going to get you to do is just take one of your hands, whichever side your spirit guide is on, take one of your hands and put it up. And just feel your hand. Just feel your hand. Don't do anything with it yet. And now I'm going to get you to take your hand and go ahead and put it into your spirit guide. 3, 2, 1, go ahead and do this. And just notice what you're experiencing as you do this. Now remember, if we had the highly sensitive camera systems, we'd actually be able to see you putting your hand into your spirit guide. And what are you noticing with your hand? What do you notice?
Density and warmth.
Okay, now I'll get you to take your hand out of your spirit guide and just hold it there for a second and just feel what it feels like when it's out of your spirit guide. And then go ahead and take your hand and put it back into your guide and just feel what happens. And notice the difference. Now, staying focused, I'll let you decide if you want to keep your hand up in your guide or not. Staying focused on this guide. How would you describe their presence? If you were able to describe it, how would you describe their presence? Good, good. Okay, now remembering that your spirit guide is a person like you and I, just in non-physical form, how would you describe your spirit guide as a person? And trusting the answers you're getting, what area of your life is this spirit guide here to help you with? What does your spirit guide want to tell you about this area of your life? There's a reason this guide's coming forward. What's the message? Trust what you're receiving. And how is it related to this area of your life? Good. Okay. Now, if your spirit guide were to give you a totally different message, something completely different, what other message might this guide want to give you? Good. And just ask your guide to elaborate, to go into more detail. Okay. So now there's another spirit guide who's physically around you. I want you to psychically feel around you. Trust what you're feeling. And now with your hand, I want you to take your hand, and I want you to either point or put your hand into this other guide. And just notice the difference. Go ahead and do this now. Just trust where your guide is physically around you. And feel into them. And how does this spirit guide feel different? What's different about this guide compared to the first one who came in? Remembering that your spirit guides are people like you and I, just in non-physical form. What is this spirit guide's personality like? Their characteristics, their attributes? Are they more male energy, female energy? What's their personality and characteristics like? Good. And what area of your life is this spirit guide here to help you with? Someone in a different area of your life? What area might they be here to help you with? And what is the message that the spirit guide wants to give you about this area of your life? Good. Now, with gratitude, go ahead and thank the spirit guide with a big smile on your face. And sending your guide lots of love and receiving lots of love from them. Good. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes. And just give yourselves a round of applause. Congratulations. You just channeled 2 of your spirit guides. Woo! I know this may seem like it's insignificant, but I want you to know the profoundness of this. This really is profound. Most people in the world that I've taught and come across in my journey, most people have never even channeled this guide to this degree. Like, this was phenomenal. So really be proud of yourself. Take it in. Know that what you just experienced is real, and this is just the beginning. What I do with my students is like so phenomenal. Like, look how much we just did in 20 minutes. Can you imagine how much we could do in 14 hours, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, in full certification workshops? And that's just level 1. And then level 2, and then level 3, and then my 6-month strategic channeling program, my animal certification program, which is pretty much level 4, and then my Master Channeling Mastermind group, and it just keeps going from there and there and there. So if any of you would like to sign up for any of my workshops, channelinginc.com, that's the name of my company. Just go to my website. If you have any questions at all, you can ask myself, you can ask Kevin, you can ask Lindsay Reiling way over there. She's at my booth there, and any of them, they're all my students, so they can tell you about it. And I just, you know what, I just want to bless the world. I want to teach people how to channel their spirit guides, get really good at it, and use it in their everyday life to do what you're really meant to do in this lifetime. So have a wonderful day, everyone. I want to let you know, actually, thank you very much, but I want to let you know, everyone stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I'm not kidding you, like thousands of dollars worth of gift prizes are coming up. So if you have not got a ticket, make sure you get one. But if you have, you're good. Just stay tuned. And then we have Kayla, who's going to be doing the Crystal Bowl closing ceremony. But stay till the end and make sure you chat. Mingle with each other too, because this is about building community. This isn't about me, this event. This is about building community. So have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, come and say hi.